Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adolescents of both genders. Excuse me, sorry. Now, I know I haven't been posting any videos lately. I must have been killing you. Going a week without watching all my videos. But I apologise. I've just been really busy with revision lately. But I'm not going to leave you in agony and anguish any longer, as I am welcoming you to the third installment of Awake. So, are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then I'll begin. Severing of a Tie, Chapter 3. Shadow returned and sat back down next to Gravity. He had a handful of change in his right hand and a newspaper tucked underneath his left arm. He let Gravity count the change. Over the years she had become used to the shape and texture of the coins, and Shadow remembered hearing. At least one of his senses, all the others become heightened. He took the newspaper and read the front page out loud. St. George's Hospital got up in smoke. At 10:30 a.m. yesterday, on the 5th of January, St. George's Hospital was absolutely obliterated and an explosion caused by an unknown source. 3 C4 bombs were let off in various locations across Iward. The bombs were let off so suddenly and without warning that only one survivor has been reported. The survivor has been named hospital consultant Gideon Jones. Shadow stopped reading and looked up at Gravity. "We did quite well. We made £5.40. Bliss moaned slightly. Gravity sighed gently and softly stroked Bliss's head. Apart from Shadow, Bliss was the only family Gravity had ever known. She started to think about how Bliss came into their lives. "My family bought Bliss shortly before I was born. Shadow had always wanted a dog, and with me coming along, my parents had decided to buy one, which coincidentally turned out to be a guide dog. We grew up around each other. We kept each other safe. The relationship between the two of us was stronger than anything. £600 our grandparents gave us was not only spent on us, but was also spent on keeping Bliss alive. The £600 lasted them a decent 3 years, but when the money started to run low, Bliss had started to come down something. There was not enough money to take her to the vet. And out of the blue, their grandparents managed to track them down. "Have you been living on the streets all this time?" asked her grandfather, amazed. Yes, we did rent out an apartment, but ran out of money," Shadow explained. "You been keeping well?" Gravity nodded. "Grandad, we're fine, but we're worried about Bliss. We don't have the money to take her to the vet," Gravity explained with anxiety. "I understand. Well, we must find a vet straight away. And don't worry, I'll pay for it." "Grandad, are you sure? This is your money after all." "It's utter nonsense. I'll pay anything to help my grandkids." That had been 2 years ago. Bliss had checked out fine and was back on the streets with Shadow and Gravity, some clean clothes, and an extra £200, again given by their grandparents, in their pockets. "Shadow, I don't think Bliss is well." Shadow frowned. "Sure she's not hungry?" "No, I don't think so. She feels different and a lot more run down." "I'm sorry, Gravity, we haven't got the money." "What's Grandad? That's not fair on him. He spent so much money on us already." "Shadow, he said he didn't mind. And I'm not joking. I really think Bliss is ill. Please, Shadow, we have to help her." Shadow nodded. He knows a tight bond Gravity and Bliss shared, and he also knew if Bliss got seriously ill or even died, part of Gravity would die with her. "Let's go find Grandad." After a few hours traveling, they were at the vet's. Gravity, Shadow, and their Grandad were in the waiting room. A veterinarian came out of the room where Bliss had been taken, and went up to them. "Our diagnosis has shown that your dog has contracted parvovirus." "What's that? Is it bad?" Gravity asked. "We think it's in its early stages. We're going to have to ask you some questions, and that is all right." Gravity nodded. "Now, has your dog been eating properly?" "No, she's barely touched her food." "Has she been throwing up a lot?" "Yes, she has." Sorry to say it, but your dog definitely has parvovirus. She's certainly shown all the symptoms. Now, since the virus has not finished developing yet, we can control it with vaccines. There are some things you can do as well. If you keep her warm and bleach her food and water bowls and keep to the strictest diet, then there's a chance she'll make a full recovery. She had decided not to mention that they could barely afford enough food for themselves, let alone for Bliss. Now come along tomorrow at 2 o'clock for the first injections. I'm afraid we'll have to keep her here under observation. Yeah, that's fine. I'll see you at 2. The family stood up and made for the door. Wait, sir. I'm going to need your name. It's Wilkins. Wilkins is the old family name. My shadow had not used it in a long time. Mitch's radio crackled into life. Mitch, I've had a talk with HQ and they've agreed that we can keep working on the murder case, but investigating the explosion in the hospital will be our priority. Okay, that's fair enough. Speaking of the hospital, I think it's time we check it out. Meet there in 2 hours with a forensic team. Mitch was standing in the rubble and shattered glass, which was once St. George's Hospital. Mitch was taking notes down on clipboard. I have reason to believe that the explosion at the hospital has a connection with the death of the receptionist, Fiona Davies, he said to himself as writing down. Walked over to a man in a white coat. Found anything? Yes, we found a single hair. It's blonde, but it might also have been a bit of fur. What do you mean by have been? I sent it off for analysis. I told him to send the results to you. How long will it take them to analyze it? A few weeks. Mitch gave an exasperated sigh, turned to walk back to his car. Mitch was back in his office. He had seen the test results and saw that the hair was actually fur and had come from a golden retriever. The golden retriever would be a guide dog most likely, which would not be unusual in a hospital. He had just lost another lead. This investigation was going very badly. Mitch was in the hospital. He got a call about an attempted murder. He was interviewing a victim. I was attacked at 3 a.m. whilst watching TV. Why were you watching TV at 3 a.m.? What's wrong with that? Nothing at all. Anyway, did you see your attackers? No. It all happened so fast. I think there was a girl, a boy, and a dog, the victim said quickly. What breed was the dog? I think it was a golden retriever. How did they get into your house? I'm not sure. They must have climbed through a window. Okay, thanks. I'll let you get some rest now. Mitch walked out of the room and picked up his radio. Hey Sarah, it was interesting talking to the victim. Yes, it was. I read the details. He was attacked at 3 a.m. while watching TV and was in a coma for 9 hours. You found out anything else? Sarah asked. He actually described the attackers, but not in very much detail. He said there was a boy and a girl and a golden retriever. You thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, I am. We need to get a forensic team around the victim's house straight away. I'll radio HQ about it. Okay, fellow YouTubians, that's all we have time for this time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.